Hi, Bashar.
And you, good day.
Nice to be with you.
And you as well.
I am involved with a group, and
How exciting!
I know, very exciting. And we are very interested and excited about extraterrestrial contact.
Well, you're having one right now.
Yay! So
We are very excited about extra-Esasani contact.
yes.
And I'm having one right now, too.
Woo!
What a coincidence.
Isn't that
What
neat?
are the odds?
So here I am.
And here we are. What would you like to discuss now that this contact has occurred?
I would like to discuss my involvement with the Yahyel.
Yes. What would you like to know? Oh, one moment. The Yahyel, for those that are not familiar, is the name of the hybrid species extraterrestrial beings that will be the first extraterrestrial species to eventually actually have open contact with the Earth. Go ahead. You have some specific door you wish to walk through on this subject?
Yes,
And that would be what?
I would like to know if I've had any interactions so far.
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
And may it be possible that I am to assist with them?
You are assisting.
Okay, good.
You just don't know it yet.
Okay.
Remember, one of the things that we have said that we use as a barometer is that many of you have actually already had contact, perhaps in a slightly different dimensional plane than your physical reality, but you don't remember it yet. And the reason you don't remember it is because that forgetfulness is used as a barometer. When you start to remember that you've already had contact, whether that memory comes back in the form of an awaking recognition or a dream recognition, doesn't matter. When you start to remember you've already had contact, the rate at which you remember contact has already occurred is a barometer by which we can tell how much readier you are for more contact. You understand?
I do. So what is keeping me from remembering my contact and actually...
Nothing. What makes you think you have to remember more than you do at the moment?
I want to.
You want to,
I do.
but maybe you don't need to. May I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure, anything.
Thank you. Are you acting on your highest joy every possible moment that you can to the best of your ability with zero expectation for the outcome?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do you believe that that's all you need to do to allow your life to unfold in a natural way so that everything you need to know will unfold in perfect timing, and that means you don't need to know what you don't need to know a second before you need to know it, but that you trust you won't know it a second later than you need to?
I'm working on that.
Then that means the original answer ought to have been no.
Right.
You understand?
I do.
Understanding, knowing, is synonymous with action, with behavior. What you know for sure to be true, you just do. It's not about believing it. It's not about faith. What you know, you just do. Knowing is synonymous with action.
Intention and action are the same.
No, they are not.
Okay.
But they ought to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Many people on your planet have segregated these concepts. I have an intention. Really? All right, well, when will you act on it? I don't know. I just intend it. All right. But yes, fundamentally, intention and action are synonymous. But it's knowing and action, really, that are synonymous. Because if you have a small object and you put it on the floor and somebody asks you to pick it up, you just pick it up. You don't sit there and go, well, I believe I can pick it up. I have faith that I can pick it up. I think I can pick it up. You just know you can, and when you know you can, you just pick it up, showing you that knowing and action are synonymous. So the idea of acting on your highest joy every moment is also synonymous with knowing and understanding the structure of existence itself. And part of the structure of existence itself, if you understand it, if you know it, would tell you, would be obvious to you, that things unfold synchronistically, in perfect timing, exactly as they need to. And if there is something right now that you don't know, that you have no ability to act on to know, then you don't need to know it yet. But that if you do need to know it, nothing will stop that knowledge from coming to you. You will know it exactly when you need to know it. You will not know it a second before you need to know it, but you will not know it a second after you need to know it. This goes hand in hand with these definitions that many people on your planet have that gets them into trouble all the time, such as the idea of abundance in the form of money. And people say, I wish I had more than enough. No one has more than enough. No one has more than they need. Everyone has exactly the perfect reflection of what they believe is true for them. It doesn't matter whether you have money sitting around in the bank that's not immediately being spent. It doesn't mean you have more than you need. It means that if you attracted that, or whatever form of abundance you have attracted, because money is not the only form, then you have exactly, perfectly the equal reflection to the vibratory level that you are operating on in context to that concept. There is never more than you need. And there is actually never less than you need. Remember, watch your definitions. People that explore the idea of lack often think that they lack abundance. No one lacks abundance. If you're experiencing lack, it just means you have an abundance of lack. Do you see the difference?
Yes.
Because if you understand that you have an abundance of lack, an abundance of the experience called lack, then you understand that that means you don't have to learn to be abundant. You just have to change what you're abundant in. That's a big difference. A big difference. Because you don't have to learn how to do that. You just have to shift to a vibration that's more representative of the form of abundance you prefer, rather than thinking, oh, I have to learn how to be abundant. I have to learn how to trust. You don't have to learn how to trust. You trust 100% all the time in something. But sometimes you trust 100% in a negative idea that you don't prefer, that's out of alignment with your truth. But you don't have to learn how to trust. If you weren't trusting in something all the time 100%, you wouldn't be having an experiential reality at all. Yes?
Yes.
Make sense?
Does.
This is part and parcel of what it means to have a full and complete understanding of the nature of the structure of existence. Because once you understand the nature of it, the structure of it, all these things become obvious. You see the framework, and it just becomes obvious how all these concepts fit. And you can always take a concept and put it up against the framework and see what fits and what does not. And what does not doesn't belong in your life.
Right.
Doesn't fit with you. Because you have a unique perspective of that framework. So what doesn't fit your unique perspective for you doesn't belong in your life. It belongs to someone else. You've picked it up along the way. It's a belief that you have borrowed or stolen from someone else. Don't be a belief thief.
Yeah, I'm recovering.
You're recovering. All right. Have you taken the 13th step?
I am now.
All right. What is the 13th step? Do you know?
I don't.
Then how can you take it?
I believe it's love, unconditional love.
Love has everything to do with it. But the idea of the 13th step is the full understanding that all change, any change, is a total change. And that means that even though you may say, oh, it's just a small little change, that's not accurate. If you understand that every change is a total change, and I mean total, take me literally, of everything, you are in a different universe as a different person. Literally, 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 this is not a metaphor.
That's exciting.
And when you know, you are at every moment a truly different person and choose to define yourself in that moment as a truly different person, then you will understand that even if you still hold on to the concepts of past and future history, the person you are now, the person you define yourself to be right now, has a different history than the person that was there a moment ago. And that means, with regard to things like addictions, that if you truly define yourself as a different person and you know that to be true, remember, knowing is synonymous with action, then it's not about the idea that you no longer have the addiction, it's the idea that you never did. You see the difference?
I do.
And when you know you never did, then of course there's no urge. You never had one because you're a person who never experienced that. That's what the 13th step actually means. Are you beginning to get the picture?
Yes.
Remember that you're shifting literally billions of times per second through parallel reality sequences. Billions of times per second. In fact, shifting your consciousness through billions of static, unmoving parallel realities per second is actually what creates the side effect you call as time and space and change and movement. Time is the side effect of the shifting of your consciousness through billions of static, unmoving, unchanging parallel realities in the same way a projector light moves through frames on a film strip. You know that no one frame ever moves. You only get the illusion of movement when you run all the frames past the projector light. The projector light is your consciousness. Parallel realities are the frames on the film strip. You move through them, in a sense, or they move through you, billions of frames per second, creating the illusion of space and time and change and movement. But if you understand that, then when you realize you are actually shifting from parallel reality to parallel reality, another version of Earth, another version of Earth, another version of Earth, another version of Earth that is reflective of the vibrational changes going on within you, then you will realize your world actually never changes, only you do. And you just take yourself to another Earth billions of times a second that's simply more representative of the vibrational change you made within your consciousness. Can you wrap your mind around that?
Yes, I can.
Then you're beginning to get the beginning little inkling of what the true nature of existence really is. When you can really start to wrap your mind around that, when you can really start to viscerally understand and see that structure and how it really exists and how you truly create the reality experience you're having, then all these ideas will be as obvious to you as it is when someone asks you, what color is a red rose? And you say red, because that's not an opinion, it's an observation. And to us, when we answer these ideas, when we discuss these notions, these concepts, and we give you this information, we are simply looking at the nature, at the structure of existence, and it is as obvious to us as the color of a rose is to you. Make sense? Puts a new spin on perspective, doesn't it?
Wow.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
It's nice to have this second interaction with you.
Oh, all right. It is always the first time, though.
Yeah. Or is it really even the third or fourth or fifth?
No, always the first.
That makes sense. There's a civilization that
Speak up so that all may hear what you have to share.
There's a civilization that I've been curious about for a long time.
Such as?
Their planet is described as being 10 light years away, 2.5 times larger than our Earth, with 2 concentric rings around it, mostly covered with water, scant islands, and high population density.
What civilization are you describing?
In our language, they're referred to as Iarga, I-A-R-G-A.
Oh, we understand.
Okay.
It is actually not in your reality. It is another dimension altogether. Remember that even though in each reality, those galaxies, those universes may seem physical to them and are, they're not necessarily physical to you. And yours is not necessarily physical to them unless they make a shift into your frequency domain. It is similar with us. Our civilization orbits a star that is approximately 500 light years in the direction of what you call the Orion constellation, but you can't see our star because we're not in your dimension of reality. We have our own universe. But that's how it would appear if it were to overlap yours. So what you are referring to is a civilization that would be, in a sense, around a star about that distance if they were actually in your reality, but you're just describing an overlap, how it lays over your particular galaxy, but it's not in your physical reality at all. It's in another physical universe. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. As it seems that our visible universe is just a small sliver of what's actually out there.
Yes.
All right.
What's actually in here, you mean?
Right, because it doesn't exist out there.
Not really, it's just a reflection.
And is that one of the civilizations that may make contact with us in a...
They do on a certain level, but not exactly as you may think. It is more of a mental contact, but it brings with it the idea of physical projections that may make it seem like a physical contact.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Does that answer your question, or is there something else you wish to discuss?
Well, the other question I have is in my childhood, which you would say is still going on.
Of course.
I had an experience which is unexplained and unusual with me.
Define.
When I was 5 years old, I saw something unusual at the foot of my bed.
Define.
I can't really remember what exactly I saw.
Then how do you know it was unusual?
Whatever it was frightened me.
Yes.
The other thing that was unusual was I woke up backwards on my bed.
This is not uncommon.
Okay.
Many times those beings don't exactly remember how to put people back.
So I had a temporary...
However, I am actually being facetious. Because they actually knew exactly what they were doing. Because they created what? A mystery for you.
They sure did.
So all of those things that people have described in what you call alien abduction phenomenology, when they seem to get things wrong, put you backwards, put your clothes on inside out, leave you outside on a country road miles from your house, it's not because they're forgetful chaps. It's because they understand that certain things need to awaken within you, and that if you have a clue that you must follow, that in a sense a mystery will follow you through your life, and that someday, somehow, that mystery must be answered, must be solved. It will lead you down a path that will allow for some awakening to occur as it needs to occur in your life.
I understand.
Does that help?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Pleasant dreams to you.
Thank you.